All right, question 39. This is a very, very important question, whether it's for this exam or for your future math courses. Now, the problem with this, and I do see this problem happening in Algebra 2 students as well. The problem with this question is that many students, they don't understand what is the logic behind this. Now, of course, when you look at this one, the square roots are going to take most of your attention, and you probably you're probably thinking that, oh, I'm going to do the square root on both sides. Okay. Now I've seen some crazy things. So let me address one thing first. I've seen students doing this. And this is very wrong. You cannot selectively square something on one side. You just can't, because that it's a direct violation of what equal sign means. Equal sign means whatever you do on the left, you must do the same thing on the right, and vice versa. If you square the whole side. So you square the whole side right here. Right, that's number one. Number two, now most people will get the right-hand side correctly because, well, square and square roots, they cancel each other out. That's easy. The biggest problem is the left-hand side. Now I'm going to write something wrong first so that I want you to see what's wrong to write. A lot of people will write this. They are feeling like they can somehow distribute the square, which I understand. I would do that too if I was at your age, okay, as a young student. Now, what I want to emphasize here, as I explained in question 38, is that make sure you understand the very meaning of square. The meaning of square is multiply by itself. And based on this very fundamental meaning, that's what it means. And what it takes to get the correct left-hand side, well, it is just like your binomial, multiplying binomial, so you have to do your FOIL. So first, okay, square root of x minus 4 times square root of x minus 4, you will have simply x minus 4. And then you have square root of x minus 4 when you do your outside. And then you have another square root of x minus 4 when you do your inside. And then you have a plus 1 when you do your last term. So altogether you have x, and then minus 4 plus 1, you have minus 3. And then you have 2 square root of x minus 4. So that's what the left-hand side is supposed to be. X minus 3 plus 2 square root of x minus 4. Now, let me make one more comment here. Now, some students may try to memorize that, oh, if I see this look right here, I will remember to do the FOIL process. Now, I mean, I'm happy that you recognize you need to do the FOIL, but I'm worried that you will forget because you're identifying a very specific look and you are really putting a lot of pressure onto your mind, on your memory. Okay, so what you should do really is that, well, instead of recognizing the square, I would say, how about recognizing the plus? Because of the plus, we never really distribute the square if there's an addition or subtraction inside the parentheses. We never did, we never will. Okay, so it is very understandable that some students may think that they could distribute a square because they did something similar, but they never really remember what that exact thing was. And that's how I can show you how unreliable your brain is, or our brain is. I won't rely on my memory for the most part. So that's why I said, focus on the very meaning of what square is. You multiply itself, or it multiplies by itself. And that's how you know, oh, we need to do the FOIL process. All right, you subtract x on both sides. That's gone. And you can add 3 on both sides. So you have 8 on the right. 2 square root of x minus 4. Okay. Now, typically, what I would suggest you to do is to divide the 2 right here on both sides. So we get a square root of x minus 4 equals to 4. That works very well. If you want to square both sides before this step, that's fine. Just make sure that you do square the 2 again. You do square the 2 before you divide that number to the right-hand side. But in this case, I would say dividing the 2 first would be better. And then you square both sides. You have x minus 4 equals to 16. So x is equal to, nope, 20. Okay, you add 4 on both sides, you get 20. All right, are we done? That's a question. Are we done? Well, we need to check, okay, just to make sure that everything works perfectly. This is the x. We need to ask the question, is 20 our solution? Is x equals to 20? Okay, so the way to check is to simply put it back to the original equation. So 20 minus 4 plus 1, and then 20 plus 5. You have 25 on the right. Underneath the square root, you have 16 square root plus 1. So you have 4 plus 1, and 5 equals to 5. We are very happy. This is good. X is equal to 20. That's the answer. So again, you should understand how this is done, especially if you are, well, if you would continue to advance in math. No one should really make any mistake for this type of question. It would be quite laughable that you will not handle the square properly at this stage.